presentation of School of the Osage High School Sports. It is the first Bank of the Lake pregame show as the School of the Osage Indians get set to take on the TIpton Cardinals. It is the 64th annual Linn Legends Bank Holiday Tournament. And Osage finds themselves on the winner's side of the bracket. The number one seed in this tournament, Osage got the win over Linn on Monday night to get here tonight. I am Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, Wild Wild West, working the camera for us tonight, and Mike Forever Young back in the studio. We are live on MoSportsZone.com as well as on YouTube. Search MoSportsZone on there. Find the live tab under that page. You can also find us on the KQUL Cool 102.7 Facebook page and always on the radio dial at 102.7. But Osage gets the win on Monday night, a rather lopsided victory, Steve, and Osage comes into tonight riding a wave, a winner in their last 3 games. They look to continue that momentum tonight against a TIpton team that only has 2 games to their credit so far this season. Of course, state champions in football, and I think they're going to bring a brand of physicality to this game tonight as well.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Osage can relate a little bit to how a football season affects the beginning of your basketball season, as, you know, we had one practice with our entire squad right before that first game against Jeff City, and I think we play Jeff City again, things will feel a little bit different. They just didn't have enough time to really gel together and make that happen. And so TIpton's going through that, but a little bit better start. They're undefeated so far, 2-0, and looking pretty good. And I think you're exactly right. I think I'm not sure how many football players, you know, are also on the basketball squad here, but you know that they're going to have some athletes. You know they're going to have some competitors, right? And you know they're going to be tough. So, yeah, I think your call that it's going to be a physical matchup. You're talking about a team that's not just going to lay down for us, right? I'm anxious to see how the tempos match up. I'd anticipate TIpton trying to slow things down a little bit, really extend those possessions, really limit Osage's chances to score. And, of course, Osage likes to run and gun and get points in transition. And whoever wins that battle, that's going to dictate how the game goes. I was thinking another key maybe when you have opposing or contrasting tempos, how the officials navigate that, right? How they call the game can really have a big impact on whichever tempo kind of runs the game. So I'm excited to see how that's going to turn out.
Winner of this game tonight will move on to the championship game on Saturday. That will be at 4 o'clock, and they will take on the winner of the game coming up right after this one against Bell and Fatima. Whoever winds up coming short in this one will play in the 3rd place game on Saturday, and that one will be at 2:30 regardless of what game School of the Osage winds up playing in. We'll have the call for you on Saturday right here as well, but you'd love to see Osage get to that championship game. I actually meant that, you know, I'm going to call myself out. I meant to, on the way up here, look up and see when the last time School of the Osage won a tournament was. I promise I will have that stat, win or lose, before Saturday's game, but I had to protect Steve from hitting a deer on the way here the only way I knew how. So thankfully, I saved us, Steve.
Did you save us?
I didn't
Here's
put us
what
in
happened.
any peril.
That deer was heading our way.
Listen.
You called it out. You did. Yeah. And I wish I could reenact how you called it out. Something like that.
That's not even fast enough.
I made eye contact with the deer.
Right.
The deer turned away.
Yeah.
The deer turned away.
So, the deer whisperer. You're like that's your X power, your X-Men power. You can control the deer. You put your hand up, the deer turn. Yeah, it was a pretty harrowing moment. It was just right between like the last exits of Eldon. That deer was just coming across the median, heading right for his small buck. But we made it, Steve.
We did.
We survived the wind. We survived the
Sometimes
deer.
It pays to be oblivious, because I did see the deer, but not till after the event was kind of, we were safe.
Yeah, as the passenger in that one, I'm not sure I agree with that, but here we are, regardless, with a chance to go to the championship game on the line. Again, you can find this game on MoSportsZone.com, as well as other local area teams, including Camdenton, Eldon, Versailles, Waynesville, Warrensburg, Bolivar, everywhere, and anyone in between. As we get set to get this one underway, this has been the first Bank of the Lake pregame show live in the Kelly's Port Marina box area up here. Starting lineups about to be introduced. The TIpton Cardinals, the away team in the red. This will be Osage's 6th game on the season, and this will be the 4th game against a red team. Figure that one out, Steve.
It's working for us.
Andrew Bestian, a 6'2 junior. Bim Bestian, a 5'10 senior. Ty Bixler, a 6'1 junior. And Landon Brack, a 6'1" sophomore, and then Dane Schlotzhauer, a 6-foot senior. His sister, the best player on the girls' team, Steve.
That's what our sources telling us. Does Colton get producer credits for
Absolutely
for our production? Here we go. Osage starting lineup, the Blake Show. Blake Harrison. The Gunslinger, Jackson Long. The Magician, Maverick Trusty. Attorney at ball, Luke Wolf.
Hey,
and the floor general, Tanner Willoughby.
We got to talk about Luke Wolf tonight, right? Luke wearing some glasses tonight, Steve, and he's not shaking the attorney nickname by wearing the glasses out on the floor.
I wonder, is he aware of the attorney nickname?
I assume all the players are aware of their nicknames.
Of course.
It's probably the talk at the school, Steve.
So if he wears a tie the next game, we know.
We got something major going on, a jacket.
Briefcase, he's coming in.
Objection. Great nickname. First quarter about to get underway, brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. And TIpton will control the tip and get out on offense first. Osage out in their man-to-man defense. We said in the pregame, TIpton gonna want to slow this one down. Missing the first opportunity tonight. Maverick Trusty winds up with it. Now back, Jackson Long wide open on the wing. His three-pointer up and good. So TIpton wanted to slow it down on their end, couldn't get the shot. Osage came back quickly the other way. Jackson Long, the gunslinger, gets the three, and Osage up 3-0.
Hey, they're going to scout us and realize when Jackson Long, he likes to shoot that ball. He likes to get his first shots in early. Be looking for that if you're defending the Indians.
Maverick Trusty guarding Andrew Bestian on the wing. Gives it over to Brack, working against Willoughby. Now going right to the basket. They call a push foul on the baseline. 2 free throws coming up for Andrew Bestian.
Calling that on Willoughby. Surprised to see that. Getting his first of the night. Knocking down the first free throw. Score 3-1 in favor of the Indians. 7:16 left in this first period.
Brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. Second free throw, no good. Pretty aggressive on the rebound. Pretty blatant push. No call, though. Score stays at 3-1. And listen, you knew it was going to happen. We talked to Colton Taylor in the pregame about this TIpton team and how they're probably going to come out and be very physical, very aggressive. We touched on it in the pregame. Now there's the steal. Luke Wolf knocking it away. Jackson Long winding up with it for the Indians.
Yeah, and if the officials let them play and let it be physical, that's going to be to their favor for sure.
Beautiful pass from Willoughby to Luke Wolf underneath for the easy finish at the rim. Great court vision there from the floor general. Great finish at the rim by Attorney at ball.
You're just loving that. Every time you say it, you love it more.
It's growing on me every time I get to say it. Bestian shot, no good. Weak side rebound down to Harrison. Kicks it up, pass the half-court line to Long. Long pump fakes the three, drives right to the basket and finishes at the rim. 7-1, Osage out in front. We'll take a break. Come back with more after this. 7-1, Osage in front. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Got a savings account for car problems you didn't see coming? Who does? Thankfully, Big O Tires has you covered with Big O financing. So if you need tires, brakes, or any other type of maintenance, your locally owned Big O Tires can help. And if that's not easy enough, you can schedule your appointment right now at BigOTires.com. Easy financing, easy appointments. Big O Tires, always working hard to cover you and your vehicle's blind spot. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Schedule an appointment now at BigOTires.com.
Cool 102.7 and Osage Indians basketball. Now, back to the action on the court.
7-1 early on here in the first quarter. Apologies for Steve Adams being so hot. We got that fixed. But Osage with a 6-point lead here. 6:18 left to go in this first quarter. Brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. TIpton, this is not what they wanted to see early on. They did not want to get behind early against this Osage team. And now on the defensive side, great help defense from Blake Harrison. He gets the rebound, kicks it out to Willoughby. Back the other way come the Indians. Long gets a screen, now pulls it back out. Willoughby has it, he gets a screen from Harrison. Osage running their set. Long gets just enough space. Three-pointer up, and the gunslinger once again from downtown. Osage up by 9, 10-1.
Osage getting the start they just have to have here against these TIpton Cardinals. They just, not a team you want to fall behind here playing the way the Cardinals play.
TIpton has to find some kind of answer down here on the offensive end. Bestian lost a handle on it, now kicks it out to the wing. Three-pointer up, and there's the answer. The three-pointer from Dane Schlotzhauer.
10-4 in favor of the Indians.
Got it, 10-4, Roger Dodger. Trusty, right to left. Absorbs the contact, can't get the layup to go, but he'll be at the free throw line 4-2.
And we've seen this be a part of Mavericks game, really every game this season, man. Just finding a way, getting to the lane, drawing the contact, getting to the line. Takes a lot of experience to make that happen. He's showing his veteran experience here on the floor. Knocking the first one down.
If you're watching online, you can see Maverick Trusty's stats on the season. Monday night, put him over double-digit points per game this season at 10.3.
Yeah, he was our leading scorer the other night.
And he's putting together a pretty good run of games here, Steve. Had a good night up in Clinton last week. Played well in game 1 on Monday night. Hits those 2 free throws to make it 12-4 here in the first quarter. 5:15 left to go. Good handoff as Harrison comes over to help. Can't finish at the rim. Rebound tipped around, and Harrison comes down with it. Hands it off to Willoughby. Willoughby to Maverick at the volleyball line. Fakes the 3, now step back. Thought about it again, gives it over to Long. Long gets a screen, dribbles in. Splits 2 defenders, hands it off to Harrison for the easy finish at the rim. And listen, Long could have went up with that shot. Just saw Harrison out of his peripheral wide open at the basket. A beautiful pass and a good finish from Blake Harrison.
And love to see Harrison rewarded because he had the defensive deflection down here at the rim, getting some, it's not the first time here tonight, he's given some help on defense and created the turnover.
Now Harrison coming with the help defense once again against Bestien. Forces the pass, driving to the lane. Once again, great defense from Harrison. Defends it, comes down with the board. Now he brings it up for the Indian, gives it to Long on the wing. He thinks about a Long triple.
Oh, my.
And Jackson Long, the gunslinger, 3 for 3 from downtown. And Osage up double digits, 17-4 here in the first quarter.
He wasn't far from the sideline there. That was a deep, deep 3, and he is feeling it tonight.
TIpton needs to do something to staunch the bleeding right here as Osage confidently out in front right now. Luke Wolf, though, comes up with a tipped ball and gives it over to Willoughby. Willoughby kicks it up ahead, back behind the defense. Jackson Long fakes right, goes left, picks up his dribble, looking for help, hands it off to Luke Wolf. Wolf has it on the wing, trying to go inside, does so to Harrison. Harrison goes to work, one-on-one, finishes at the rim. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line for one more.
Osage just looking like a complete team, okay? They're shooting from the perimeter. That's working for him tonight, with Jackson Long being 3 for 3 from beyond the perimeter there, and then Harrison just posting up in the paint. Great footwork. They just didn't have an answer for him.
I don't think Osage has missed a shot yet, Steve.
I can't argue with it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
I don't think Osage has missed a shot. And they're out to a 19-4 lead early on here. Everything going wrong for TIpton. They gotta slow things down here and get themselves together. Try and slow down this Osage team. Harrison's free throw is good, adds to the lead 20-4. That's a 10-0 run, Steve, as it was just 10-4. 3:44 left here in the first. Ball goes in the corner. Bestien's 3 is up. Front iron, no good. Rebound tipped out. TIpton winds up with it. Substitution on the floor that last possession for the Indians. Colt Butler and Ethan Wall check in. This is Hagerman with it. Goes over to Bestien. He goes inside to Cashman. Now Cashman up top to Dubois.
I like how you said that. Well done.
Osage playing great defense so far here in this first quarter. I know that's easy to say because they've only given up 4 points so far. And there they forced the turnover with the travel. Only 1 second chance opportunity so far here, Steve, through the first 5 minutes of this game. And Osage going straight up, defending those shots. That's what you like to see, not fouling aside from that very first possession. Doing a great job defensively.
Well, that's the kind of tempo that the Cardinals want. A long, long possession, but when you end it with a turnover, and you're already behind by 16, that's not going to work.
Long baseline jumper blocked by Bestien. He comes down with the rebound. Now TIpton wants to come back the other way, throw it back behind the defense, but threw it right to Colt Butler for the interception. He gives it over to Trusty. Maverick across the timeline, hands it off to Harrison. Harrison hands it off to Wall, can't finish at the rim. Great defensive recovery there from Bratt. Now he hands it off to Bestien. He'll cross the timeline with it. No, kicks it up ahead. Dubois with it on the wing. Tries to go across the lane, does so with a bounce pass. And then a three-pointer on the wing up, no good, fight for the board. Rebound tipped around, TIpton winds up with it. They'll reset their offense here. Bestien trying to get a screen, now goes away from it. This is Bestien on the wing with it, working against Harrison. Harrison forcing him baseline, a tough place to be. They say Harrison Got him on the arm, not a ton of contact, but it's going to be a foul on the Indians, and that will put TIpton at the free throw line. The COMC free throw line.
Harrison's first of the night. We got Marshall and Clark getting ready to sub in. Clark, our leader in assists the other night. He had 5. Willoughby following him with 4.
And Clark has really put in some good minutes off the bench here lately. He's come in. He's kind of studied that second group offense. He's got quite a few offensive rebounds. Again, you know, I do the stats for every game with those stat tickers, and it feels like his have just been gradually climbing with each game so far. Second free throw, no good. Harrison down with the rebound. You know what, though? Harrison fouled on the rebound. Harrison's numbers have been going up too, Steve, and his numbers were already extremely high for a player at this level. Over 20 points per game, over 12 rebounds per game.
He's got 5 so far tonight, but really his impact so far has been defensively.
On the rebounds, yep. Harrison hands it off to the motor. Over to Butler. Goes inside to Wall. Wall surrounded by 4 TIpton Cardinals.
Take.
And a difficult angle down on the block, but gets it to go. Ethan Wall makes it 22-5. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first. Brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. Bestian in the lane. Now here comes the help defense and splits 2 defenders. A tough shot, but gets it to go. Back the other way come the Indians. Brady Clark has it, kicks over to Marshall in the corner. Marshall pump fakes, now splits in. Shot on the rim, no good. Weak side rebound down to Bestian.
22-7 in favor of School of the Osage. 1:27 left in this first period.
This is Andrew Bestian with it out up top. Now tries to go to his man, but Ethan Wall steals it. Ethan, one-on-one down the floor, just goes right at him and gets the contested layup to fall.
He's got 4 tonight. I feel like maybe Ethan Wall's been working in the paint a little bit here. He's finishing well tonight.
And that has been a bit of a struggle for him to start this season, trying to finish at the rim, just kind of trying to retain possession. He's had some instances of losing the basketball as he goes up for a shot, but so far here tonight, so far here this week, looked really good here in Linn at finishing on the inside. And that can't be easy, Steve, for someone like Wall, because every day in practice, he's working against Blake Harrison. But that's only going to make him better.
Sure.
Back behind the defense. Great extra pass. Marshall gives it off to Wall. He finishes, and he'll go to the line for one more.
Wall's got 6 here. Chance to make it 7. He's having quite the quarter, at least the last half of this first quarter. I'll say the first half of this quarter belonged to Jackson Long offensively, and Ethan Wall says, hey, I'll take it from you here for a little bit.
Wall, 7.3 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, a 62% free throw shooter. Misses that one, though. Rebound comes down to TIpton. 26-9 on the scoreboard, coming up on a half minute left to go here in this first quarter. Brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. Nice pass underneath, but Blake Harrison there for the quick help. Now Marshall comes off. They switch off. Ooh, pass on the inside to Dubois. He can't finish. Ethan Wall down with the board. And before he can turn and outlet it down the floor, he's hit on the arm. That'll be a 15 foul on TIpton. That'll send Ethan Wall to the free throw line.
Yeah, no surprise here. TIpton playing a little physical here. The game's been officiated well, and just because we're scoring so well, it's working here. 26-9 in favor of the Indians. 19 seconds left in this first period. TIpton kind of thawing out a little bit. You know, they were struggling to score. Setting at 9 right now. If Wall worked, if he worked in the paint this week, he's going to be working on his free throws next week, I think. Missing the first.
Gets that one to go, though. 27-9. 27 points in this first quarter so far for School of the Osage. And now Marshall takes the steal out on the perimeter, one-on-one. Can't finish the finger roll layup, but Harrison there for the offensive rebound, the putback, the foul. He'll go to the line for one more.
It's not often you're happy a player misses a layup, but that worked out pretty well for us here. Nice steal by Marshall, anticipating the pass there, cutting right through the passing lane. Coast to coast here.
Heard some footsteps.
Yep, indeed. Just misses at the rim, and that doesn't happen very often for him, but Blake Harrison was there to clean up, and then he converts on the free throw.
Make that 30 points here in the first quarter with 5 seconds left.
That's 8 for Harrison so far tonight.
Cashman over on the wing, three-pointer up as time expires, back iron, no good. And School of the Osage will take a 30-9 lead into the second quarter. We'll take a break. Come back with the start of the second after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
At Lake Regional Health System, excellence is everywhere, in the care of a nurse and the dedication of a doctor. As our pursuit of excellence continues, we're proud to announce our membership in the Mayo Clinic Care Network. Their specialists and research supporting ours, because excellence lives here. Learn more at lakeregional.com/Mayo.
This is Osage Indians basketball. Back to the game. Back to the game on Cool 102.7.
Back here in Linn, Missouri, 64th Annual Legends Bank Linn Holiday Tournament. 1 quarter of play in the books, and after 8 minutes, School of the Osage up 30-9 over TIpton, Steve. A 30-point first quarter for School of the Osage.
I don't remember seeing any Osage team score 30 in a quarter. I'm not saying it hasn't happened.
Right.
I'm just saying I don't remember it. It certainly doesn't happen very often. And TIpton, wow. This is obviously not what they needed to happen here.
No.
They just don't have the personnel to keep up with this pace so far, and certainly they're going to struggle to close the gap.
Second quarter brought to you by American Sun Control. Clark, Butler, Wolf, Wall, and Marshall on the floor for the Indians. Miscommunication out there on the perimeter. Ball goes off Marshall's hands, out of bounds. Turnover will go back to TIpton. And TIpton, they're not a team, Steve, that's accustomed to scoring in big bunches so far at the start of this season. They're going to have to figure out how to chip into this Osage lead. And it's going to start with not turning the ball over, which they've had some issues with so far.
And the task for Osage is keep playing good ball.
Don't
you gotta
take your foot off. Yep.
Right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, we're thinking the same thought there. Keep playing good ball. Ignore the scoreboard here and just play good basketball.
Get a basket at the rim there, though. Marshall kicks it out to Butler on the wing, inside to Wall. Hands it back to Butler. He'll put up a triple, and it falls. Colt Butler.
He shot well the other night.
Yeah.
Against Linn it was, right?
Second on the team in shooting percentage coming into tonight. And Wall, he just got caught right there, Steve. We talked about in the first quarter about how Osage was doing a great job with their arms going straight up on defense. That time, Wall brought the arm down.
Well,
whenever you do that, you're going to get called for a foul every time.
It's just hard not to. You see that ball up in there, and you just want to smack it away. And so we get the contact here. His first foul of the night. First free throw falls.
Sending Landon Brack to the COMC free throw line. He gets the first one to go. One more coming up. 33-12 on the scoreboard. Osage out in front. Second free throw, no good. Wall tracks down the rebound, hands it off to Brady Clark. Clark over to Butler on the wing, now back up top to Clark. Back over to Butler. He'll hand it back off to Clark. Clark, left to right, gets a screen. Wall working inside against the much smaller defender. Now has it in there. That's what, not something that I like to be right about, Steve, but that's what we were talking about earlier, where Wall kind of gets it on the interior sometimes and then has a hard time retaining possession when that double team comes. Right there, they come knock it away, but called for the foul. Osage will inbound it from the baseline. Off the inbound, Butler pump fakes the three. He'll step in, tries to hand it inside to Wall. Ball knocked away, Osage retains. Clark back out to Butler, wide open on the wing. His triple up and good. So kind of a broken play there, but Butler winds up with it wide open on the wing, and he puts the triple up and in.
Hey, great job by Clark finding the Butler with the hot hand. Great assist.
They're going to call Wolf there. Or was that Wall? That might have been Wall.
It was Wall. This was second.
Substitutions on the floor. Starters back out for the Indians. I'm trying to figure out who stays. Okay, so it's going to be Trusty, Harrison, Willoughby, Long, and Butler. I thought Wolf was going to stay out there. That's my fault. 36-12 on the scoreboard. 6:27 left to go here in the second quarter. Brought to you by American Sun Control. TIpton with the basketball, trying to chip into this lead. Now Osage kind of getting caught, reaching in, being a little handsy on defense.
Trusty getting his first foul of the night. Baseline inbounds here for the Cardinals.
Osage switching to their 2-3 on the inbounds. Had Bestian on the backdoor cut there. He just couldn't quite get it to him. Now on the interior, ball kicked out into the corner. Here comes Harrison with the help defense. One-on-one, nothing Bestian can do, and Harrison has the rebound, kicks it up ahead to Jackson Long. Back behind the defense for the easy layup at the other end. Beautiful outlet pass to Long, tracking down the court, and he finishes at the rim. Now TIpton working against this Osage D. Euro step in the lane on the rim, no good. Harrison with the board, gives it over to Willoughby.
Willoughby with the defense there, nice stop on his part.
Maverick has it up top, gets a screen from Harrison. Now steps in, 17-footer, rims off, no good. Weak side rebound comes down to the Cardinals. Bestian with it, picked up by Butler, trying to go inside. That pass tip knocked away by Harrison. Willoughby winds up with it, gives it over to Harrison. He gives it back to Trusty for the finger roll finish. Can't get it to go. Harrison, offensive rebound, put back. 40-12, 5:07 left to go here in the second.
Harrison to double digits with 10. He created the turnover, coming back the other way. He gets rewarded at the other end. Love to see it.
Three-pointer in the corner, up, rims off, no good. Weak side rebound down to Jackson Long. Long trying to kick it up ahead to Harrison. And you can play goalie all you want, but you're going to have a hard time tracking that one down. Of course, Blake Harrison going out for soccer for the first time ever this year. Haven't got a chance to talk to him in the postgame and ask him about that. I have talked about it off air with him. He said it was quite the experience. Maybe we'll get a breakdown later on this season about how soccer got him ready for this basketball season. I say he played soccer for the first time. He was also the goalie for School of the Osage.
And that's a unique position for
yes,
sure.
It is. Little different than all the other ones. You get to use your hands, Steve.
That's what I hear.
Three-pointer up, no good. Ball on the deck. Maverick comes up with it for the Indians. Fakes the pass, goes right to the rim, can't finish, but he's fouled and will go to the line for two.
Trusty doing what he does in the paint, drawing contact. I'll go to the line. Thank you very much. I love how he's coming down the floor. I can't remember who has here over on the left in the wing. Just kind of gives a look over there thinking, hey, maybe he's going to dish it over here and get the assist, and then goes right to the rim, draws the contact.
First free throw, no good from Maverick. Came into tonight a 76% free throw shooter.
40-12 in favor of the Indians halfway through this second quarter. Quarter score of 10-3, so Osage continuing to extend this lead here against the Cardinals.
Second free throw, good from Trusty, though. Extends this Osage lead, 41-12. Four minutes left to go here, halfway through this second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control. Ball on the wing, three-pointer up, rims off, doesn't go. Rebound tip, knocked away. Wolf has it for the Indians, gives it over to Willoughby. Willoughby across half court, gives it over to Maverick. Maverick will hand it off to Long. Long working against Bestian. Bestian lost his footing. Long goes into the lane, gets hit on the arm. Wasn't shooting, so it'll be a baseline inbound coming up for School of the Osage.
And I was curious how this game would be officiated. If they let them play a little bit, it feels like they're calling pretty tight here. I'm not saying they're calling it wrong. Just calling it pretty tight here. That works in our favor for sure.
Well, if TIpton wants to play aggressive and they want to call the game tight, that's just not going to work out for him. Off the inbound, Wolf gets it. Working on Bestian, trying to get to a spot. Goes up, can't finish, but again, another foul on TIpton, and this will send Luke Wolf to the free throw line.
Yeah, he was in a tough position there to get that, to convert at the rim there, but just goes up strong, draws the contact here. Attorney at ball.
Luke came into tonight an 83% free throw shooter, and free throws, while Osage has a pretty significant lead right now, they have not shot free throws so far tonight. Well, they haven't shot free throws well. Let me put that quantifier in there.
I follow you. He gets the second one, though.
They have shot free throws. They have not made
It's hard to shoot them well if you don't get to shoot.
Yeah, that's true. 42-12 now. Here, 3:31 left to go in the second quarter. Three-pointer in the corner up, and that's Andrew Bestian that gets that one to go.
42-15.
Trusty with it on the wing for the Indians. Wolf working on the interior. Gives it back out to Maverick. Maverick gets a screen from Wolf, trying to work the give and go with him, and I don't think Wolf realized that's what Maverick was looking for. Throws the pass right to Bestian. And now Maverick going to be called for the foul. He was trying to move his feet, potentially just be lateral with Bestian. Contact was made, though. They call a foul on Trusty.
Trusty's second of the night here.
Third on the Indians in this quarter. 3:04 left to go here in the second. Cashman with it, trying to go inside. Willoughby jumps the passing lane. Harrison comes up with the steal. Deflection by Willoughby, steal by Harrison. Harrison hands it off to Long. He'll step into a triple, and Jackson Long,
hasn't
the
missed one yet.
once again, gets that one to go.
He's got 16 on the night.
40. Sorry, go ahead.
I was got 4 threes, I believe, and I think he's 4 for 4.
Yeah, 45-15. Three-pointer up to return, and that's Hagerman hitting the triple. 45-18 on the scoreboard, though. Maverick Trusty with it, picks up his dribble, finds Harrison up top. Harrison backs his man in, over to Willoughby on the wing. Willoughby trying to go underneath the Wolf, but Bestian jumps the passing lane, comes up with it. Now Willoughby knocks the ball away, but TIpton retains possession. Bestian, coast to coast, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Dubois. Tough shot up on the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around. Willoughby winds up with it, kicks it up ahead to Maverick. Maverick hands it off to Wolf. Wolf, one bounce, finish at the rim. Nice interior pass.
Oh, good luck, good finish by attorney at ball, Luke Wolf.
1:51 left to go here in this second quarter. Osage up 47-18 over TIpton. Hagerman trying to go one-on-one against Willoughby. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped around. Willoughby winds up with it. Now Willoughby dribbles up. Osage has numbers. Hands it off to Harrison. Easy finish. He's fouled. Basket good. Free throw coming up. COMC free throw line for Blake Harrison after finishing at the rim.
Hey, and the floor general just handled that possession so well. He kept that ball right into the paint as long as he could. And really, you know, he doesn't look to score very often, right? But they had to respect him and defend him, and just at the very last moment dishes it off to Harrison, and he finishes, draws the contact, and here he's at the line again.
Touchdown Seahawks, and Harrison at the free throw line.
Put that in the category of nobody cares.
Yes, they do. If they have to listen to me, they care, Steve. 50-18, free throw is good. Back the other way comes TIpton. Trying to create some space, and Harrison with the goalie move, Steve. Knocking that ball away, gives it up to Wall, who finishes the finger roll layup. Now that's what being the soccer goalie does for you, Steve. Did you see that hand
Does he get credit for the deflection and the steal
he gets
there?
No, he gets a save and an assist, yeah. Nice cut through the lane there by Bestian. He gets the layup at the rim on the other end. 52-20 now. Osage has some substitutions on the floor that last possession. Brady Clark, they're going to call him for a travel. Just drug that pivot foot before making his dribble. Turnover. Back to the TIpton Cardinals.
TIpton scoring double digits here in this second quarter. Quarter score 22-11. So Osage continuing to extend that score, but Cardinals thawing out a little bit here.
Hagerman working against Colt Butler. And then Tyler Marshall deflects it. Butler with the steal. Ethan Wall winds up with it. That ball's still on the deck. Brady Clark finally corrals it. And then Blake Harrison just sealed off his defender so Brady Clark could finish at the rim. Harrison won't get an assist for that, but absolutely should. What a heady play from the senior, and a great layup from Clark to finish it.
Clark with his first bucket on the night here. Osage win, I think, 5 consecutive quarters of holding opponents to single digits here.
That's kind of nutty. Clark back behind the defense trying to find Marshall. But that passing lane jump ball knocked out of bounds. Baseline inbound coming up for the Indians. 54-22. School of the Osage out in front with 12 seconds left to go in the second. Going to give it into Butler. Over to Wall. Wall hands it back to Butler. Works away from the screen, picks up his dribble, goes inside. Now Clark with it. Butler has it up top, wide open, three-pointer, and Colt Butler hits the triple before time expires. Osage is going to take a 57-22 lead into halftime. We'll take a break. Come back with the Hy-Vee halftime show, and Steve ranks it after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Whoa, Central Ozarks Medical Center, your health, our mission.
COMC has been providing quality health care in Central Missouri since 1979. From primary care, OBGYN, pediatrics, senior health, dental, and behavioral health. Go to centralozarks.org for a location near you. or call 877-406-2662.
CONC, the healthy place to be.
You're listening to Osage Indians basketball. KQUL Lake Ozark. It's the halftime show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Linn, Missouri for the Hy-Vee halftime show. 2 quarters of play in the books, and the School of the Osage out in front 57-22. A berth in the championship game on Saturday on the line here. And if Osage can continue doing what they're doing here, they will most assuredly move into the championship game. One of the most complete first halves we have seen from School of the Osage since we've been calling these games, Steve.
I tell you, they're coming into this game 4-2, but like you said, they've never looked better. And we've had some lopsided wins so far this season, but that was an impressive half of basketball, scoring 30 points in that first quarter, scoring 27 in the second quarter. You got Colt Butler, 3 for 3 from beyond the perimeter there. You've got Jackson Long shooting 4 for 4. But you know what? That's impressive. But it was a complete game. I mean, just so many players contributing. Great defense. Just want to brag on Blake Harrison and just immediately impacting the game with his defensive presence there in the paint. Maverick Trusty doing what he does by creating scoring opportunities, by driving and getting fouled. I mean, it's just a collective effort here. Osage looking good. And I will say, you know, we talk about, you know, comparing one year's team to the other, and it's just hard to do that. But that was a half of basketball that I would say that's the best basketball I've seen Osage play in the time that I've been covering. I mean, that was just really impressive.
And it's easy to say that, Steve, whenever you're going out there and you're shooting so well from the three-point line and pretty much making everything. But honestly, on the offensive side of the ball, let's start there. School of the Osage getting open looks. They are not settling for contested shots. And honestly, down here defensively, Steve, what TIpton has wanted to do was be aggressive with School of the Osage. You could tell right from the opening tip, like the very first possession of the night, TIpton was shoving Osage around, pushing them around the floor. They were wanting to be aggressive, and Osage has just met that aggression and used it against them down here on the offensive end, getting some good looks right at the rim, getting second chances, multiple offensive rebound opportunities for School of the Osage. Offensively, how are you supposed to argue with 57 points? Yeah, they've shot well from the perimeter, but they've been doing well attacking this TIpton defense.
Well, Jackson Long comes out on fire, so he spreads their defense, right? But then on the other end, they just can't score. I mean, they go for the first half of the quarter with, you know, less than 5 points, only score 9 points on the quarter. You're just not going to, even Osage on a bad night, you're not going to keep up with them. So, again, just good, complete game here. Here's our scores tonight. Jackson Long with 16. 12 of those points come from three-land. Blake Harrison with 13. Ethan Wall with 9. Man, he was finishing well at the rim so far here tonight. Colt Butler's hit 3 trays. He's got 9. Attorney at ball, Luke Wolf with 5. Maverick Trusty with 3. Brady Clark with 2. Those are the Osage scores so far here halfway through this contest.
Osage up 57-22. A chance to play for a championship on Saturday on the line. We'll take a break. Come back with Steve Ranks It. And tonight, Steve is going to rank. It is Christmas week here. We got a big one coming up Saturday. We had a nice one on Monday. Tonight, we're going to rank Christmas traditions. And while that might be different for everyone, you're going to hear Steve's top 5. So go ahead and figure out your top 5 as we take a break. Come back, rank Christmas traditions right after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
It starts with a feeling. You belong here. At Columbia College in Osage Beach, they believe higher education isn't reserved for someone else. It's for you. With personalized attention and ongoing support, they help students from all backgrounds discover their identity as scholars and write a bold new future with you in the lead role. Because this isn't just college. It's your story, your next chapter. Columbia College, Osage Beach, where you belong.
This school and holiday season, visit your new owners and professional team at your local UPS store next to Deerbergs in Osage Beach. Get printing, a full business center, notary, shipping, and mailboxes. Red Carpet Full Service UPS Center. UPS makes it easy with realtor, military, and small business discounts. They'll pick up packages for you. Open 7 days a week. Backing local schools and surrounding areas. Let UPS back you and take care of your printing and shipping. UPS online or at 573-365-6991.
This is Anna Marie Hopkins with Smarter Move Real Estate Group, powered by Ozark Realty. Now is the time to make the smarter move and let me help you with your real estate needs. Whether you are buying or selling at the Lake of the Ozarks or anywhere in mid-Missouri, call me, Anna Marie, at 573-544-3587. I can prove there's a smarter move.
She can prove there's a smarter move.
There's lights to put way up there, trees that need taken down here, and that gravel driveway needs a facelift. United Rentals has the tools that you need to get that list done. Need them to come to you? Their outside sales team is ready to come out to the job and make sure that you get the right machine for the task at hand. United Rentals not only rents but sells and services equipment as well. United Rentals for the job. Take 42 to Blue Ridge or UnitedRentals.com.
What's hot? What stank? Steve's here now and he's ready to rank. If you want to know the top 5 picks, just sit back while Steve ranks it. 1, 2, 3, he's making the list. 4 and 5, you get the gist. Fries, films, whatever's legit. He's the man, Steve ranks it.
Back here in Linn, Missouri, Hy-Vee halftime show, and it is time for the world's hottest mid-Missouri basketball halftime segment in the world. It is time for Steve Ranks It. Of course, we're doing Christmas week this week, our last 2 games before the Christmas break. Monday night, Steve ranks stocking stuffers, and I know I talked to people at Walmart, Steve. They said there was a big rush on your top 5 items, so expect something really nice on Christmas morning. Now we're going to rank Steve's top Christmas traditions, 5 to 1. Here we go, Steve.
You know, I had a hard time ranking these, so don't pay much attention to that, but these are 5 things I love at Christmas, and I'm going to start with number 5. Just kind of giving a nod to the reason for the season. I love going to the Christmas Eve church service. It's usually a shorter service, and everybody dresses up nice. It's just kind of a special, it's just a kind of a neat thing to come with your family here. So I love that. That was number 5. Number 4, I just love getting the family together and driving around and seeing Christmas lights.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, go up to Columbia, see, what do they call that, the magic tree or whatever. I can't remember what it is, but it's just beautiful, just decked out tree. I love going to Civil Arts City and seeing lights, just driving around and seeing people. Going to your parents' house, seeing their lights. They put up a pretty good display, right? In fact, folks, get your pens out. We'll give you their ad. No, I'm just kidding.
Here's my mom's phone number. You can call her.
All right, that's number 4. Number 3, hey, here's a tradition I do as a teacher. I host a hot chocolate bar for my students.
Wonderful.
Serve them hot chocolate. We did that today, and I can't buy my students Christmas presents when you got 100 students, but I can do a little something like that, and that's fun. So that's number 3 for me. Number 2 is I love waking up. We do this every year. Amy does this, waking up and having a nice hot breakfast. She makes us a breakfast casserole on Christmas morning.
I love it.
I love it. And number 1, I love the stockings. We talked about that the other night, but you know, the stockings are just fun, and you know, sometimes the presents, I feel the pressure there, and I feel like I never do a good enough job on the presents, but the stockings are just fun and an easy way to say, you know, hey, I love you, I appreciate you, and there's just no pressure there. So those are my top 5. How about my bottom 5? You want to hear that?
I do. Let's hear.
Here we go, folks.
Traditions Steve doesn't like.
Christmas pajamas. Stop it. Stop it.
I have a question. Was today pajama day at work for you?
It was. It was. And my coworker, who is manning the camera here, dressed up he wore his pajamas, and I would say I'm not sure it complied with school dress code. So what do you call it, a muumuu he wore to work? I don't know what it was, but it was, folks, if you're just listening, and you just be thankful that you don't see an image of what I saw today of Wes Hall dressed up in his jammies. So stop making your husbands and your boyfriends and your sons dress up in Christmas jammies.
Wow. Is that it?
No.
Okay.
Hey, here we go.
I have more grievances.
Secret Santa. I'm just not good at it.
You don't like it.
I'm just not good at it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not good at it. Elf on a Shelf. I don't get it. I just don't get Elf on a Shelf.
Yeah.
It seems strange, weird. I'm sure it's great. I don't get it. Ugly Christmas sweater. Every time I wear a sweater in December, someone's saying, hey, nice ugly Christmas sweater. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. And Christmas cards. There's just so much
You don't
hassle.
like them?
I like getting them.
You don't like sending them?
Send me. It's just so much hassle.
I like getting them too, but it seems like that is a tradition that has gone by the wayside. You know, you get like the first 2, and you're like, I better put something up to like display all these, and then you got 2 on Christmas Eve. That's like, so ours just go in the fridge now.
How many years have I had intention? We got to do cards. We got to do cards. Yeah, I'd always.
Well, the
wait
problem
too late.
is that you want to do Christmas cards with like matching sweaters or Secret Santas, and now here you are. You're not doing any
or
of that.
jammies. Christmas jammies. No, stop it.
I'd be fine if you just never called them jammies again.
You don't like that?
That's just, I know. It's like moist.
You
I don't like that word.
You want me to say pajamas?
There you go, please.
PJs? Is PJs okay?
Yeah, it's Christian name, pajamas. Third quarter underway, brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. And the very first possession, Maverick Trusty comes up with the steal and finishes at the rim on the other end. So TIpton came out, Steve, wanted to run a set play on that very first possession. Maverick gets the steal and gets the layup at the other end.
Apparently he was in the locker room with them because he knew exactly what they were rolling out.
Extends this lead 59-22, but they're attacking the basket as Landon Brack, the sophomore. And he finishes at the rim. Now Long, right to left in the lane. Pump fake, just hands it off to Harrison, who was right next to him. And Harrison finishes the shot, takes the foul, and will go to the line for one more.
Is that the third or fourth time he's had the traditional here opportunity, at least for the three-point play? They just don't have an answer for him. Getting the offensive rebound, going right back up with it. Well done.
Yeah, Harrison came into tonight averaging 12 and a half rebounds per game. And honestly, I'm pretty sure that number is going to go up here tonight, Steve.
Nails the free throw, converts the three-point play.
62-24, Osage out in front over TIpton here in the semifinals of this Linn tournament.
Harrison matching Jackson Long, both with 16 so far tonight.
Bell and Fatima coming up next after this. I think you can find, I think there's a huddle cam here in the gym that they broadcast their games with. So if you're wanting to see who Osage will face, yeah, it's back up here behind us.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
So I think they'll probably play that afterwards, and we'll figure out who Osage will face on Saturday. Got to finish this one here out first, but TIpton has not really shown the proficiency to be able to score this many points. Three-pointer on the wing up from Maverick Trusty, and the Magician. 5 points here in the third quarter, gets that one to go.
He's got 8 so far tonight.
And he's starting to heat up, Steve.
Oh, things are just clicking for everybody here tonight.
Good finish at the rim by Brack. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line for one more.
Brack just putting it in reverse and turning on the beep, 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 and taking it right to the rim there. We're going to get that. Is that, trying to see who we had that called on, 15? Willoughby picking up his second of the night.
And you would think our defense would hear the beeping.
What? It helped me.
And yeah, I know that he was backing up. Free throw is good, 65-27 now. Willoughby with it up top, goes to Wolf. Wolf trying to go inside to Harrison. They deny that entry lane. This is Long with it. He goes into Harrison. Now back up top. Maverick pump fakes the three. No step back triple. Front iron, no good. Weak side rebound. Comes down to TIpton. Bestian with it. Into the lane. Lost a handle on it. On the rim. No good. Long rebound comes out. Willoughby has it. And then called for the travel. Took an extra step there.
Just couldn't get the brakes on in time. Nice effort there chasing down the rebound. I'm, again, impressed every game how many rebounds Willoughby chases down. Just knowing where to be and when to be there to get those boards.
Ball on the deck. Harrison chasing it down. Good ball movement from the Cardinals, and they finish the easy layup at the rim. Once Harrison went down on the deck to go after the ball, it was a 5-on-4 at that point. Maverick, tough angle at the rim, can't get it to go, but Blake Harrison there for the easy offensive rebound and putback.
Yeah, Cardinals just have not had an answer for our three-point shooting, and they certainly haven't had an answer for the presence of Blake Harrison in the paint, both offensively and defensively.
And now Brack going to be called for the travel as he spun into the lane and it looked like he had an idea of what he wanted to do. I don't think he expected Blake Harrison to come over with the help defense like he did. And when he did, it kind of startled him into taking that extra step. 67-29, 5:05 left to go here in this third quarter. Brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. Osage running through their man-to-man set. Maverick wide open up top, three-pointer, left iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Schlotauer. Kicks it up ahead to Bestian. Bestian hands it off. Three-pointer up by Schlotauer. Front iron, back iron, and gets it to fall.
That's pinball style right there.
Osage still up 67-32.
10-10 in this quarter, so Cardinals matching us in the third quarter.
Long on the wing, three-pointer up, back iron, no good. Long rebound, tipped out of bounds. Off TIpton, out of bounds. Sideline inbound coming up for the Indians.
Osage kind of settling for the three ball here this last. You don't notice it so much when they fall, right? Everything's, you're smiling when they fall, but they're not falling here in this third quarter.
Look down here on the block. Harrison working. A lot of hand fighting down there. Not like taekwondo.
Jiu-jitsu here.
Yeah, a little jiu-jitsu down there on the block. Harrison gives it out to Wolf. Wolf swung up top to Maverick Trusty. That extra pass gets it over to the Magician, who finishes the triple.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
And that all starts going inside out. Get it inside to Blake Harrison. He gets it over to Wolf. When that double team comes swarming over, finds Maverick wide open for the triple.
And that's a three that just took place in the flow of the offense and not something that was forced.
The three-pointer on the other end from TIpton as they try and get themselves back into this.
70-35 in favor of the Indians. The quarter score, 13-13, so they're matching us here.
Willoughby into the lane and finishes the floater high up off the glass.
He doesn't score often. That's a good look. Good look and good take by Willoughby, the floor general.
Good pass fake there.
I'm going to give him an assist to himself there.
Okay. I don't know if that's official. Can't do those giant aggressive jump stops like that, Steve. That winds up getting called
I've
for.
never been very good at it.
Well, I'm telling you
not
to do it.
Okay.
I'm saying, I don't know about them, but you specifically cannot do that.
All kinds of substitutions here on the floor. We've got Wall, Clark, Marshall, Dubs, and here we go, Colt Butler here in the corner here for the Indians.
So a full-on line change. Robert Dubs with it. Goes over to Marshall on the wing. This is Butler with it. Gets a screen from Wall. Picks it up. Finds Robert Dubs up top. Three-pointer up from him. Back iron. No good. Long rebound. Out of bounds. Back to TIpton. Good look there for Dubs. Just could not get that one to fall.
He wanted it bad. He's walking back with a big smile on his face. Sad to see that one not fall.
Dubs is just a kid you want to see succeed.
No doubt.
I mean, we want to see everyone. Don't misconstrue that, but it's just there really is no one nicer than Robert Dubs out there. Three-pointer up from Tyler Marshall. Can't get that one to go. Weak side rebound down to TIpton. Just an all-around, just a great representative for School of the Osage. All his extracurricular activities. You would know more about that than I would, but I know that he is heavily involved with a lot of stuff outside of basketball and football. Three-pointer in the corner up, and that one falls to make it 72-38.
We've got to fix the net here.
Got to fix the net.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Oh, you going to find him a ladder?
What? What are you saying? It's hurtful.
But true.
Okay.
You called me a bird nerd last week in Clinton, and now it's coming back around.
Hey, no one's going to argue with that. That was a compliment. I meant it to be a compliment.
Of course, Steve ranked top 5 native Missouri birds on last Thursday's broadcast. So if you'd like to hear that, you can find our old broadcast.
I'm sure. Well, man, the traffic on the World Wide Web is going to be...
You know what? I might just clip that and put it on my own personal channel. So if people want to watch that, reach out to me. I'll get you a link. Little tease. The turkey is involved.
Of course.
Good take to the basket there from TIpton. And Landon Brack, and now a steal on the inbounds by Cashman. Cashman hands it off to Bestien, and Bestien finishes the shot, fouled by Ethan Wall, and he'll go to the line for one more.
TIpton winning this quarter by 5. They've scored 20 here this quarter, so things really kind of loosening up for them here.
And the second team coming on the floor for School of the Osage just kind of slowed things down a bit. Allowed TIpton to go on a little bit of a run here. A 7-2 run here in the last few minutes. Free throw rolls around and falls. Osages take better care of the basketball. Wall with it over to Dubs. Dubs to Butler. Trying to go inside to Wall. Wall back out to Clark. Just got ahead of himself there.
Yeah, Clark making the cut. Wall was midair kind of delivering the pass, but Clark was already making his next cut, and so there was nobody home to get that pass.
Now TIpton back the other way. Bestien, hard to the rack, can't get it to go, but the offensive rebound and put back by Bracht. 72-45. Timeout on the floor. School of the Osage will take one as well. 1:48 left to go here in the third. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Is your garage door creaking, squeaking, or just plain loud? Hi, it's Paul Dooley with Dooley Overhead Doors. We fix noisy doors with new springs and expert adjustment. And if it's time for an upgrade, we can make that happen using only top quality material and service. In 40 years, we've seen a lot of changes here at the lake, but we're still here because of our great sales and customer service. Let us show you how. Call Dooley Overhead Doors at 573-348-4399.
Cool 102.7 and Osage Indians basketball. Now, back to the action on the court.
1:48 left to go here in this third quarter of play. 72-45 on the scoreboard. If you're just now tuning in, TIpton has actually chipped into this lead pretty significantly here in this quarter, and Osage still up by 27.
Yeah, TIpton's winning this quarter by 8. So I would say a difference here, just kind of some breakdowns defensively here. On the offensive end, I think maybe we've been a little too satisfied with pulling the trigger on the three, but really everything good for us tonight has come from defensive turnovers here, and we've just kind of broken down a little bit on that end of the floor.
Osage on the possession here. Same 5 on the floor. Dubs over to Butler. Butler inside the wall, back out to Butler, pump fakes the 3. Dribbles in, gives it out to Dubs in the corner. He'll put up the triple. Back iron, no good. Fight for the board. Dubs winds up with it, goes right to the basket. Scoop shot, no good. Rebound, Ethan Wall put back, can't get it to go. But he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Couple good looks right at the rim there for School of the Osage. Just could not finish it.
Dubs with a great look there beyond, in three-point land there. And a great look at the rim. Wall with a great look at the rim here, missing his first one. First free throw missed. Wall's got 9 on the night, looking to go double digits here with the made free throw.
Free throw no good, though. 73-45 on the scoreboard, third quarter. Brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. 1:18 left to go here. And now Clark just out hustling him, giving it over to Wall. And I think Wall was concerned about lining up his steps for a potential finish at the other end. TIpton winds up with it and gets the bucket to make it 73-47.
Boy, nice effort by Clark there. Looks like we're going to be bringing our starters back in here at next stoppage of play.
Marshall out to Clark. Clark working the baseline. They're going to call a blocking foul. Third team foul this quarter on TIpton. So it'll be a baseline inbound, and starters for School of the Osage will come back out onto the floor.
And that's just a response to a quarter score here, 15-25. TIpton beating us by 10 here in this quarter. It's not going to change the outcome of the game here, 73-47 overall. But definitely TIpton making a little run here, and Coach Henshaw said, hey, let's put a stop to this.
Off the inbound, Willoughby gets it into Maverick. He'll step into a triple. Rims around, doesn't fall. Blake Harrison, offensive rebound put back, no good. Defensive board ripped down by Bracht. Gets it out to Bestian, picked up by Wolf. Loses a handle on it, gives it back out to Bracht. Now over to Cashman, picked up by Maverick. Bestian working against Wolf, backdoor cut. Couldn't handle it, trying to go back out to Bracht, and it's off his hands, out of bounds. Turnover back to School of the Osage.
Hey, good hands by Willoughby there, just kind of creating some chaos there and getting the turnover coming our way.
15 seconds left here in this quarter. Osage up 73-47. Long on the wing, coming off a screen. Three-pointer up, no good. Long rebound tipped out. Maverick has it, gives it over to Long. He'll put up a triple as time expires. And doesn't get it to go, but Osage will take a 73-47 lead into the fourth quarter of play. We'll take a break. Come back with that final quarter after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
When it's time for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency matter even more. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll get competitive pricing on Air Ease products. Industry-leading comfort built on over 80 years of experience and innovation. For nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed has proudly served the Lake area and Jefferson City, providing reliable products from reliable people. DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, where comfort meets trust. And they're hiring. Join their growing team today. Back to Osage Indians basketball on Cool 102.7.
73-47 here, fourth quarter about to get underway in Linn, Missouri. Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, Wild Wild West on the camera, and Mike Forever Young back in the studio for us. Osage can hang on to this lead and carry it to a victory tonight. They will play for the championship on Saturday at 4 o'clock against the winner of Bell and Fatima. Coming up after this, we'll have that call for you right here on 102.7 as well as MoSportsZone.com. Starters on the floor to start this fourth quarter. Osage running a set here. Lots of screening away from the basketball. Jackson Long making Bestian work for it. Now picks up his dribble, gives it over to Harrison. Harrison hands it back to Long. Long going right, using the screen. Here comes a triple team. Harrison on the wing. He gets a three-pointer out. Back iron, no good. Fight for the board, tipped around. Tipton comes up with it. Now thrown back behind the defense. Harrison comes back, gives it over to Brack. Brack working against Willoughby. Into the lane. Here comes Luke Wolf. Help defense. Block shot. Harrison rebound. Harrison beats 4 Cardinals down the floor, splits the last defender, and finishes at the rim.
Coast to coast there by Harrison. Love to see it. He knows how to finish when he gets the opportunity.
Just beat the other Tipton players down the floor, Steve.
Hey, well, he's a great ball handler for a big guy.
75-47. Underneath the backboard, kicks it out. Three-pointer up and good. That's Dane Schlotzhauser hitting that triple, making it 75-50, a 25-point lead for School of the Osage here in the fourth. And Tipton has to feel a lot better about how this half has played out than the first half.
Well, yeah, again, eating into that lead by 10 in that third quarter, really starting to maybe play a little more like I anticipated them to play. And part of that, you know, it just happens is we're taking the foot off the gas pedal a little bit and just relaxing a little bit with that big lead.
Harrison with it, hands it off to Maverick, wide open on the wing. He'll step into a triple, rims off, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Tipton, stays here with School of the Osage. 6:32 left to go here in this fourth quarter, brought to you by United Rentals. Colt Butler, sorry, go ahead.
No, as a Colt Butler coming on the floor, Jackson Long going to get the breather. Ethan Wall is going to relieve Harrison.
Sideline inbound coming up. Wolf will inbound it for the Indians. Gets it into Willoughby. Willoughby has it up top. Dribbles in. Lost a handle on it. Tipped out. Brack winds up with it for the Cardinals. And now he just threw it right to Maverick. Maverick saves it back in, but it goes right to Brack. Brack trying to go underneath, does so. Now ball kick back out. Bestian has it. He lost a handle on it. Schlotzhauser winds up with it. Good defense from Luke Wolf. Wall has the rebound, rips it down, gives it over to Maverick. Osage running a 3-on-2 now. Gives it over to Wall. Wall takes the contact, can't finish the layup, but he'll be at the line for 2 free throws.
Wall just doing a good job tonight of finishing at the rim. He couldn't get that one to fall just because of the contact, but that's something we need to see him improve at. I tell you what, you put Harrison there in the paint, being able to finish along with Wall, and that is going to be a combo hard to beat. He makes his first here.
Wall has been at the COMC free throw line quite a few times tonight.
That gives him 10 for the night.
Second free throw falls, makes it 77-50. 6 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter, brought to you by United Rentals. Into the lane, now kicked out into the corner by Tipton. Bestian with it, picks it up, goes over to Bestian. And then Wall just jumps the passing lane, comes up with it. Maverick Trusty with it out near half court. And he's slapped across the arm for a foul.
Their third of the period here. Luke Wolf with the sideline inbounds here to Willoughby.
Now over to Maverick, thought about the triple. Right to left, behind his back. Osage will reset. 5:39 left to go here.
Ooh, thread the needle there.
Yeah, trying to find an entry lane to get it inside to Wolf. And instead that passing lane jump knocked away. Jump ball goes back to the Cardinals. Substitution on the floor for the Indians.
Marshall, Clark, and Dubs coming in here. Trusty, Wolf. And I missed who else came off the floor there.
Long. Wolf. Willoughby. That's who came off, those 3.
Gotcha.
Not Long. Long came off earlier. Regardless, 77-50 here in the fourth quarter. Second team back on the floor for the Indians.
Ooh, a deep three here.
Off the rim, no good. Tyler Marshall, weak side rebound. Over to Dubs. Dubs inside to Wall. Wall, tough finish at the rim. Nice entry pass there from Dubs. Good finish from Wall.
Wall's having a bit of a breakout now here, 13.
That'll send Besham to the COMC free throw line as Butler reaches in on the drive.
Butler's first foul of the night.
He asked what the score of the game was. I said 6-7. First free throw good, or second free throw good, excuse me. 79-51, under 5 minutes to go here in this quarter. Butler with it on the wing. Working into the lane, tough job going right, or right to left, floating left, can't get it to go. Rebound down, fight for the ball on the deck. It's gonna be a jump ball, stays here with the Indians. 79-51, baseline inbound coming up for the Indians. Goes into Butler. Wall has it at 15. Gets it back out to Butler on the wing. Back up top to Marshall. 4.5 to go. Marshall going right to the rack, can't get it to go. Ethan Wall there for the rebound putback. And he can't get it to go, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2 more.
I don't know how Marshall does it, man. He's outsized almost every time someone steps up to defend him, and he still finds a way to get it up to the rim. His buddy, Ethan Wall, there with the offensive board and then drawing the contact. Getting the first one to fall. 80-51 in favor of the Indians. 4:28 left in this final period of the night.
Second free throw good, 81-51, a 30-point lead for School of the Osage. And Wall just steps up right into the passing lane for that one. He'll pick up the ball, hand it off to Marshall. Cross-court pass over to Dubs. Ball on the deck, Clark winds up with it. He'll attack the basket.
Get in
Floater
there.
on the rim, no good. Weak side rebound comes down to Dubois. Kicked up ahead, this is Bastion with it. And the ball just taken away by Marshall, and then a frustration foul after that. He just dribbled the basketball right in front of Tyler Marshall, and he just sticks his hand in there taking it. 5th team foul in this quarter. That will send Tyler Marshall to the free throw line, but there should be a running clock.
And it is indeed. Marshall looking for his first points tonight. Caden White, Blaine Sperling, Eddie Majersic getting ready to check in. And there we go. Marshall gets his first.
Mills and Sons MVP of the game, Eddie Majersic, from Monday night. At least my pick.
Well, now he's on the floor. You can actually pick him again.
Oh, we'll see. No joking around. I'm a big fan of Majersic. I think he's got a lot of potential here for School of the Osage. Missed free throw, Dubs with the rebound. Marshall has it, kicks it out to Butler, wide open for the triple. Off the rim, no good. Caden White fighting for the rebound, and he goes back up and in with it. Caden White.
Caden White saying, you know, you're getting all this love to
No,
Majersic. What about me?
It's my bad, Caden. I was not familiar with your game. I'm very familiar with it. He's played some great minutes in junior varsity as well. Clock running, foul on the shot there. We'll send TIpton to the free throw line. That'll be Schlotzhauer with it.
Majersic, your man Majersic getting the foul that
Get
time.
in the scorebook, Steve.
Any way you can.
Any way you can. You didn't tell me Tyler Marshall's stats were up there the whole time.
First free throw of the 2 falls for the Cardinals here. Marshall takes a break here, Sperling in.
Clock still running. 31-point lead for School of the Osage. Majersic into Butler. Butler will cross the timeline, gives it over to Sperling. Sperling back to Butler. Now Majersic Hands it off to Colt. Colt going right to left, picks up his dribble. Dubs with it up top. He'll step into a triple.
Yes, I love it.
And Rub-a-Dub Dubs with a three-pointer.
His first bucket of the night. The power of the headband. Butler called for the foul here, his second of the night. Clock continuing to click down. We got 1:15 here draining down. Cardinals with the baseline inbounds here.
And just throwing it right at Caden White, Steve. An interesting strategy. And then Majersic winds up making the save. Gives it over to Dubs. Dubs hands it off to Butler. Butler inside to Majersic, gives it back to Butler. Tough attempt. Butler fouled. He'll go to the free throw line, and that may be the final play of the evening.
Nice give and go there involving Majersic. Just kind of get it to the big and right back at Butler. Draws the contact, and here we got 37 seconds ticking off the clock with Butler at the line.
88-53. Osage out in front, and another offensive explosion, another lopsided victory for School of the Osage this season. Their two losses to Jefferson City and Southern Boone by a combined 8 points.
Butler's got 11 on the night. He hits both of those.
Three-pointer on the wing up, no good. Butler down, weak side rebound, and that's how this one will come to a close. Osage punches their ticket to the championship game on Saturday at 4 o'clock. They will play the winner of the game coming up after this one between Bell and Fatima. We'll take a break. Come back with the post-game show. Get you set for Saturday. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Since 2019, Sunset Tire and Service has been proud to keep our community rolling with trusted tire brands and honest prices. Need new tires? Sunset Tire and Service has got you covered. Plus the friendly service you expect from your local shop. See Sunset Tire and Service on Highway 42 or schedule online at sunsettireandservice.com. Sunset Tire and Service, keeping our hometown on the road.
Aye, Captain, the seas of the Ozarks are too rough. Me and the crew can't secure the screens and railings. She'll never be installed right. She ain't sturdy, Captain. Rest assured, you'll see calmer seas this winter. And have American Sun Control secure powder-coated railings and screens for shade, too. While the lake is calm this winter, let American Sun Control install your dock and deck screens and railings. Come in, call, and look them up online and Facebook. American Sun Control.
Tired of settling for low CD rates at your bank? Lock in a great rate at First Bank of the Lake today. We offer some of the best CD rates in the nation. CDs make saving a cinch. They combine security with great investment returns. Don't miss out. Maximize your savings with a secure, high-yield CD. Check out our rates at fblake.bank and lock in a great CD rate today with First Bank of the Lake. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
There's a place where you're treated with honesty and respect. A place that believes in you and your community too. A place that wants to help you grow and succeed. A place that is built on giving you friendly, reliable service tailored to you. That place is Mid-America Bank.
We're a bank that's good for you and your community too. Mid-America Bank.
Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Game analysis, stats, and more. It's Osage Indians basketball. And this is the postgame show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Linn, Missouri for the postgame show. The School of the Osage Indians move on to the championship game on Saturday. Final score 89-53. Really a pretty putrid second half from the Indians, Steve, only putting up 42 points. After putting up 57 in the first half tonight. Obviously, things really slowing down there. It's got to be hard to come out and keep your foot down on the pedal. And, you know, TIpton, they're going to be trying hard. They're going to be giving their all to try and get themselves back into this. But Osage doing what they have to do through these first two games, Steve. We talked about it on Monday night. You come in, you play against the 8 seed and you just kind of have to stay focused and do what you have to do, get the win. And tonight was more of the same. Osage came out and used a huge first quarter to jump out to a big lead over TIpton, and they did not look back after that.
Hey, Osage just doing their part to live up to that #1 seed, right? There's a certain expectation that comes with that, and they have matched it in the first 2 games here of this tournament this week, and certainly will go into the championship game Saturday being the favorite that you would expect a #1 seed will be. But really, Osage haven't seen any real competition yet, at least looking at the scores. So we'll see what these 2 teams here playing tonight will bring. One of them is going to come away with a win tonight and face the Indians Saturday, and it'll be interesting to see. I don't know about you, but my hopes and expectations that we're going to be walking home with a first-place trophy on Saturday are pretty high right now based on what we've seen here.
Yeah, if they play like they played tonight, it's certainly a possibility. This moves the Indians to 5-2 on the season, and each win has been decisive. We've seen running clocks multiple times this season, and while that might be a statement on the opposition to start this season, I would say it's also a statement on the School of the Osage team. They are electric on offense, and if teams find a way to slow them down, Osage could struggle this season, but offensively, they have had it put together. And what are the scoring totals for the Indians tonight, Steve?
Hey, I've got Blake Harrison with 21 and double-digit rebounds again tonight. Jackson Long with 16. Man, he was on fire in that first half. Ethan Wall, kind of a breakout night, finishing well at the rim with 15. The Magician, Maverick Trusty, almost seemed like a quiet 11 for him. Colt Butler had some big threes in that first half. He finishes with 11. Luke Wolf, attorney at ball, with 5. Robert Dubbs hit the tray late in the game. Excited to see that with 3. Caden White gets in the scorebooks with 2, and Brady Clark with 2 as well. And Tanner Willoughby had 1 right there at the rim. And our last score in the book here is Tyler Marshall. So if you were wearing an Indian jersey here tonight, a pretty good chance you got in the scorebook.
Mills & Sons Insurance MVP of the game, Steve.
Hey, I just think what Blake Harrison did defensively in that first quarter just cannot be overstated. They just couldn't do anything offensively, and he was a big reason there. Coming over so many times with the help defense, just putting a stop to whatever the Cardinals were trying to run here. So, you know he's going to rebound, he's going to score, but what I saw from him tonight was an impressive presence defensively. Honorable mentions, I'll let you go first. I want to steal your thunder on that.
Yeah, I got to go Harrison, too. Like you said, I know he led the Indians with points tonight, but what he did defensively was just so much more impactful than the points he put in the basket tonight. He was a stabilizing force on the interior, doing a great job of defending shots and not fouling, and then turning those quick rebounds into either him bringing the ball down the floor or bringing it down, getting it to someone down the floor for those transitions. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Harrison tonight.
Love to see, the shooting from Colt Butler tonight. Kind of a breakout night for him knocking down those trays.
Well, Quinn wasn't on camera, so he had no pressure tonight, right?
For sure. Jackson Long, of course, when he's on fire, that's going to make a difference. But the other player I really want to brag on is Ethan Wall. Just seemed to, when he got into the paint, seemed to have just a little bit more control and patience there, and just finished well at the rim. We know him to bring a lot of energy on the floor, but sometimes that energy kind of betrays him when he's going up to the rim. Just gets a little baby out of control, but he finished so well tonight, and his, the scorebook shows that. And again, man, you get Ethan Wall going along with Blake Harrison. That's going to be tough to come against for teams.
So Osage will get the win tonight, move to 5-2 on the season. They'll play on Saturday at 4 o'clock in the championship game against the winner of this Fatima and Bell game. You can find this Fatima Bell game on the Huddle. You just look up Linn on Huddle. I think they will be playing the game there, and you can see who Osage will take on Saturday. You can check our social media page on Saturday. Put a post up every morning of a game so you can see who the opponent is and what time the game will be. But for tonight, Osage, the big win, 2 in this tournament. Let's see if they can get 1 more, bring home the big trophy. For Steve Adams, the Wild Wild West here, and Mike Forever Young back in the studio, I am Craig Allen. Thank you